let's go from the beginning. What did you do before YouTube?
So I was a personal trainer. So I was doing that full time. I actually had a pretty good like business going. I wasn't working at like a commercial gym. I had like my own business. I was getting my own clients from like word of mouth and stuff. And then I started doing YouTube as a passion project on the side. And the reason why I started doing YouTube was because growing up in school, I was a very shy kid. I always had the option of like, you can either present your project in front of the class live or record a video. So you don't have to actually be up front in real time.
Yeah.
So I'd always opt to make a video. And then because of making those videos, I became like more creative and like I like enjoyed like certain cuts and stuff. And then once I finished school, I didn't really have that outlet to make videos and I was missing that. So I started just doing YouTube for fun. And that slowly became like such an intense passion that I was taking away from my actual job where I was making money.
Right. At what age is that?
25,
okay.
24, 25. And then I remember still doing my job. My mom's like, hey, let's go for a walk. So we're going for a walk and she's like, you know, I really think that you need to start building your personal training business and kind of put that YouTube stuff to the side.
Oof.
Yeah, she's like, just like, you know, it's time to just kind of, you know, let's work on what's making you money. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, I'm enjoying this. And that was in October, kind of in that time period, that's when it all really started to kind of all of a sudden just blow up. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're still in kind of disbelief today.
I also know you were, I think, top 30, top 20 Halo player. How's that? What year is that?
So let's talk about stuff. Yeah, so I played a hard to admit amount of hours of Halo 3.
Right.
Yeah, so me and my like closest friends would play for hours a day. Even on school nights, I'd stay up all night. Mm-hmm. I'd put like the Turtle Beach headsets on so you couldn't hear the TV. My parents wouldn't know I'm playing. Yeah, I got so addicted to it. And just like the ranking system of that game was one of the things that hooked me. And I just had to be like the top of the game. Usually with everything I do, I'm like very like, I gotta try to be the best at it. Yeah. So I got obsessed with it. And I got to the point that I was playing like MLG, Major League Gaming, like competitions and stuff.
You would travel?
Yeah, I do some like LAN stuff. I do a lot of like online stuff. I thought that was gonna be my life.
Were you making money from that?
No. Yeah, I would have like maybe like Dr. Pepper send me a couple cans and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then.
Okay, that was at grade 9, right?
Grade 8, grade 9, yeah.
And while doing that, you were also a hockey player on Team Canada?
So I was a hockey player. We traveled Europe as Team Canada. So we played a lot of like the top like teams in Switzerland, Germany. Yeah, we did like a whole 2-week trip where we just like went out and played all the top teams. And at that time we were like 14, 15.
Were you doing both at the same time? The MLG competition and the hockey?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
Gaming through the night. And then hockey in the reasonable hours of the night. So when 10 p.m. comes, people think it's bedtime. For me, that's 5 more hours at least of video game.
It seems like you're killing it everywhere you go, right? This is where it all started. And then you started YouTube. So can you tell us more about this room?
So I mean, a lot of firsts in this room. Yeah. That's for sure. Some I don't want to really admit. But in terms of fitness, you know, this was kind of like where it all started. My dad got me into the gym. He put like a couple pieces of paper on the wall with a few like really basic workouts, like do a couple dumbbell curls and stuff. So like the reason he actually got me into lifting was because I had an eating disorder where I lost a lot of weight like super quickly. I was like very weak, and you know, so he was like sneaking olive oil in my protein shakes for me to get calories in. Okay. And he's like, you got to start building some muscle here. So he got me going.
That changed your life.
Yeah. So, and it's kind of funny because I'm transforming him now for a video. So it's kind of like, it's cool how it's like a full circle moment. But yeah, so I started coming down here, just doing some very basic stuff. And then, you know, you start to see that progress pretty quick because you're pretty new to it. And you see like the bicep vein, and then you kind of get hooked. And from there, I finally built up some like confidence to get a gym membership. I like to think that a lot of people like to watch my channel because I've been bigger. I've been super skinny. So I've been kind of all spectrum. So I can relate to a lot of people, you know? Right. So whenever I make videos, I can sympathize and I can understand where a lot of
Very
people,
relatable.
Yeah, because a lot of guys are just like, they've only ever grown up skinny and jacked. So they kind of don't understand the struggles of, you know, dealing with body image issues, just being bigger. So I think that the perspectives that I bring are, you know, more relatable, more refreshing. The treadmill where I spent way too much time on, because when I lost all the weight, I was just running. For some reason, I was afraid of weights, but I was just like, I'm gonna come on here and just run. I was like almost like marathon level. I could have run a marathon pretty easily.
Are you gonna do it?
No, definitely not anymore. Added this like cable thing where it's like kind of like a Bowflex. It's like an all-in-one. The bench press, and then a lot of people who are maybe watching this would know Ollie's gym with my dog who started the channel with me. People liked him more than me, understandably. We would do like the intros together, and he became very much like the main character. And when he passed away, we actually did like a merch drop for him, and then all the proceeds went to the SPCA.
Oh, that's nice.
And that was the first time we actually sold out everything in like 10 minutes, the site crashed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was cool. And like, it was like that's probably one of my favorite moments because it was just like the love that people had for this dog that they don't even really know. It was cool.
It was a nice community.
Exactly.
Movement.
Yeah. And there's even still to this day, people are like, oh, I miss him. And you know, it took me a long time to I was like, I'm never gonna get a dog again. Cause I never really remembered life without him. Cause when I got him, I was only like 12. I got Boba now. And it's kind of nice. It's nice to have a new dog.
The 0 subs days. So when you first started YouTube, what was the first video?
The first video was, I did 10,000 calories in Halo Top ice cream. Yeah, because I kind of have like, I mean, my older sister is a lawyer. My younger sister is a doctor, and then I'm just kind of like nothing. I guess my superpower is I can eat a lot of food. So I was like, I'm gonna try eating as much low calorie ice cream as possible. It's never been done. So that was my first video, and it destroyed my stomach.
And how did that perform? Like what was your growth like?
I remember specifically after one day, it had 89 views.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow.
A specific number, I remember specifically that, 89 views, kind of going like that. I didn't care though.
Right.
Like when I first started, I actually didn't even know you could have a career on YouTube or even make money on YouTube. I was just simply uploading to YouTube with no intention of anyone watching the videos.
Yeah, which happens often. Actually.
Yeah, and I think that was actually like a huge blessing that I didn't have any expectations for myself. I was just like, having fun. And I like one of my like 5th videos, I did like Mark Wahlberg's routine. And I remember my mom, she goes to Orange Theory, that that public HIT training class.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I hope you don't mind, but I told everyone that you made this video. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom. I got like so embarrassed. And because I had no intention. But now, and then like now it's funny because now she's like, oh, do you mind if I tell people that you made this video? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like, you know. Yeah, so I mean, it was just kind of like slowly, like once a week I was doing it. And then I came into like twice a week I was doing it. And I was twice a week filming and then also editing my videos. So it became very life consuming really quick. Yeah, and then the growth started to kind of gradually just kind of go. It went from like nothing to like boom, like really quick. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this full time. I kind of just like never intended to do it. I wanted to be a chef. I was gonna go to Cordon Bleu school.
Oh, you wanted to be a chef?
I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to go to Cordon Bleu in Ottawa, open a restaurant, and I was gonna go, and then all of a sudden I was making money doing this, and I was like, okay, let's just try this and see how this goes for like a year. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm doing this.
You grew from 0 to 10K subs in just 6 months, and you'd say the Mark Wahlberg video is the one that blew you up at that time?
I wouldn't say there was one video. It was like all of them were kind of like low, and then all of a sudden, randomly, it was like.
And at that time, you were posting twice a week?
Yeah.
Just for fun at that time?
Yeah.
Not the goal to be a full-time YouTuber?
Yeah.
Who were you watching at that time? Who were your...
I was watching a lot of Max Tuning. I don't know if you know him.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Max Tuning. A lot of
sold his candy.
Yeah. A lot of Christian Guzman. I really watched like those guys a lot. Like I didn't have a lot of friends in school. So like that's kind of like where I would just gravitate towards. I would sit down and just like watch. And like the reason why I liked them is because they were so like personable. And it almost just seemed like they were talking to you. It wasn't like overly produced and it was like very vloggy.
Right.
And that's kind of like what resonated with me, which kind of inspired my content now. Yeah.
Did you have an Instagram popping at that time?
No.
Or that came after?
I'm not very social media at all. Like still I'm not. Like I get in trouble all the time. Like, oh, you don't post enough Instagrams. Like I never hit my quotas for stuff because I'm very quiet, reserved, don't like center of attention, not about posting my life. I very much have like my YouTube and then me.
You'd say you're an introvert or?
I would say I'm like an introvert, extrovert. I can put it on if I need to put it on.
Right.
I'm not shy at all. Like I'll be an idiot like anywhere. It's more like I don't have a lot to say.
Got it.
Yeah. But you're like, you won't shut the fuck up right now.